Welcome to the Making You, an accurate reflection of Christ podcast, where you become translucent glory. Now here's your host and glory teacher, Karen Pina.
If you want to listen to the video mentioned, go to bit.ly Pina's Tube. The link will be in the show notes. For now, here's your bonus episode. Kingdom greetings. How are you today? I pray you're well. I'm doing okay. Hey, listen, I am coming in because I want to expand on the video released here about a week or so ago titled Authenticity is the Key to Glory. That video really got me thinking, and I noticed that generally speaking, the social media age that we're living in, there are very, very few authentic believers out there. And it inspired me to share a little bit more about the code that each of us send out via God's glory. As you know, we are fearfully and wonderfully made in His image. Each of us have an unique expression of our Father's glory that can be summed up in one complete sentence. Now, this code of His glory that I'm referring to is summed up in this way in my life. Every time I show up, whether it be online or offline, I am sending out in the Spirit truth, grace, wisdom, creativity, and joy-filled communion with Him and others. In fact, if you've ever heard me laugh, you know that last aspect, joy-filled communion, holds true. Now, if there ever were a time to be rooted in and grounded in your identity, it is now. Surely the enemy and his children embrace their fallen identity. All you got to do is just look around, right? It is a well-known fact that Jesus was able to resist Satan's temptation in Matthew 4 and in Luke 4 because He knew who He was, right? And since He knew who He was, He couldn't be coerced or manipulated into moving out in God's glorious authority 1 second before He was released into His miracle working ministry. You see, when you know how you uniquely reflect God's glory and uniquely shine, you are able to do 7 things. Number 1, you are able to resist Satan's tricks, traps, plots, snares, and temptation. Number 2, you are able to exercise your God-given authority in a timely fashion. Number 3, you're able to do Jesus's works and position yourself for the greater works. Number 4, you're able to heal, deliver, and resurrect those who are dead in their trespasses. Number 5, you are able to stand in the middle of some of life's toughest tribulations. And number 6, you're able to focus on the weight of glory that He's building up despite how hard things are, despite any affliction. And number 7, you are able to build unstoppable momentum in the Spirit as you move from glory to glory, strength to strength, and faith to faith. Yes, I am inviting you to complete the framework that is necessary for you to be more than a pretty carbon copy of someone else's work, ministry, or business. I'll put the link at the end of this video, but I really want you to be honest with yourself. I want you to put aside all excuses because it's time to rise and shine for real. Glory is the answer for all mankind. And if you haven't noticed, mankind is screaming at the top of their lungs, its lungs, looking for answers, looking for glory. Now, the other option is to hear this and release the sound of the audio track by Josh and Matt Design that's trending on social media. Have you heard it? It goes like this. If you're boring, just say that. Well, listen, because I am my own creative genius. Remember, it's a part of the code that I emit, right? That I send out in the spirit. I want to say it like this in my own words. If you don't want to be who God created you to be, just say that. If you want to, then click the link to start gaining the clarity that you need to win in these 7 ways, which are definitely greater than the way that you did in 2021. Blessings, and I'll see you the next time he leads me back on. Karen Pina here, your glory teacher, heavenly success and ascension specialist. I'm signing out.
Thanks for listening to today's podcast. To discuss and learn more about this episode, join your Glory community at www.gloryschoolcommunity.com. Finally, be sure to sign up for the RSS feed to know when the next episode is uploaded.